As that sails over the end line. It's the Boise State alum, Kcchiefs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Ajayi. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They run with Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Green, 90.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 2 yards on the completion. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mahomes to throw once more. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the play. Mahomes now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Marshall now, the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And the Steelers set to take the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
That's it, baby. That's it. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now to the air, Dalton. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
368.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. First and 10 for Dalton. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
368.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
368.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A give to Bell. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came.
And he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Vance McDonald, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Rashawn Melvin.